Hello to all you movie lovers out there. You're here to listen to the Apocaflix Awards episodes, our award season from Apocaflix movies, and this is our best single score in a movie category. I'm your host, Jacob Bartley, and for those of you who don't know, we're doing a series of awards given out by us. We chose 12 categories that we each chose a winner for. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm here again with Gio Ramos. What's up, man?
Doing good. Ready for this next category.
How you doing, Jake Berlin?
I'm good. Excited to talk about this one. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, this is a very interesting one. This is actually a category that I chose just because there's so many good scores this year, and there's so many that this is the hardest category for me, honestly. I decided early, like 5 minutes ago, because I cannot decide which one's number one, but I'm pretty sure in my choice. And a lot of people, like casual movie fans, a lot of them don't know what the term score means when related to movies. So just to clear things up, like, some of my really good friends that don't follow the movie circles like we do, I'll be like, oh, that's such a good score. They'll be like, what do you mean by score? I'm like, then I have to explain it. So it's the background music playing in movies.
It's not the soundtrack either.
Yeah,
it's the actual music composed for the scene.
It's the instrumentals in the background.
Yeah,
best way to explain it.
It's not "See You Again" by Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, it's not like playing actual songs in the movie. It's
the Star Wars theme that's at the beginning of the movie. That's a score.
Exactly. So just to clear things up, so there's a bunch of good scores. We were just listening to a lot of them that are amazing. So let's start with Jake Berlin this time around. Jake, so it's really hard, but give us some of your honorable mentions and what ultimately is the best score of 2015 for you.
So, we were sitting here for the last 10 minutes listening to them, and you brought up one that as soon as it hit me, it reminded me of it, The Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
The beginning of the movie, when you're just sitting there waiting for the movie to start, and throughout the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, that theme, it's so dark, but so addicting at the same time.
It sets the tone for the movie.
Yeah, it's so, it's so good, and it's something that I forgot about after watching the movie, but kind of came back to now. So that's definitely one I have to mention. One that I love personally, in Jurassic World, when the two kids, the teenage boys, are walking into the old park, and it's the new theme
mixed in with the old one,
with the old original theme kind of beat underneath it, and it's this really small tone. It's so magical to me because I personally love Jurassic World, and that kind of just it helped generate a whole new generation of fans for it because of it's a flavor of the old and the new, a really cool mixture. And Michael Giacchino, the guy's a genius. Probably the next in line to do the Star Wars movies is what we're thinking. So that's one that I have to mention. Another one is the Creed, the new Creed theme. It's kind of a flavor, again, of Rocky and this new flavor of Adonis Creed.
Yeah, we got a lot of those this year.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed in together. It's really cool. It's kind of a new school hip-hop with the old school Rocky feel. It plays in the later half of the movie when it kind of teases you throughout the movie, and it builds, and then it finally plays, and you're like, oh, there it is. So it's a really cool mixture. It's called Lord Knows Fighting Stronger, it's a really good theme. And the two that I had a really hard time choosing between, my first one is the runner-up. It's Mad Max. It's called Brothers in Arms. It's the theme that played throughout the trailer. It's the main theme you hear. It's during the main chase. There's just flavors throughout the entire song that it's so heroic. It's like this heroic theme. It pumps you up. Like if I was to go play a game right now of baseball or something, I would put that in my ears probably. And it would get me hyped up.
That's awesome.
But the one that I'm going with, the best individual score, is Rey's theme for Star Wars The Force Awakens. We've talked about it before. And John Williams, there's nothing you really say about him besides the guy's just a pure genius. What he was able to create for this theme for her, and not just her, but the whole movie, because they did a really cool thing where they kind of floated it in every theme without the entire movie, because ultimately it is her story. And her theme is floated in throughout the entire 2 hours of the movie. But her theme alone, there's multiple versions. There's Rey's theme, the Scavenger. And also, I kind of consider her as the Jedi steps at the end. The finale is almost hers. But her theme alone it's so magical and remarkable. I can listen to it all day long. I'm a huge guy with music. Music kind of brings you into the film, and whenever I hear that theme, like in the very beginning of the movie too, when we first meet her, we've talked about it, but it's just like it gives you goosebumps listening to it. So I'm giving Rey's theme from Star Wars: Force Awakens my best individual score. If you haven't listened to it or know what I'm talking about, I definitely highly look it up on YouTube. It's just magical is probably the best word to describe it. So,
all right, that's a great choice and some good honorable mentions. So, Gio Ramos, what is your best score of 2015 along with some honorable mentions?
All right, well, I have one runner-up followed by the score I chose. So the runner-up for me is Mad Max Fury Road. The score in particular, it's called Blood Bag. It plays in the beginning when they first go on their first chase. When you see the drums for the first time and the guitar and then it plays again every time you hear them in a distance. If you hear that sound, you know that they're coming for you. It's really great. I absolutely loved it. It's just. And it's all live music playing there. You see it played in front of you while the sequence is happening. Junkie XL was on there. Tom Holkenborg, who did the drums, percussions, guitars, and bass. Nick Zinner. The music just fit well. You're in a post-apocalyptic. These guys are badass. They're coming after you, and it's just I thought it fit the movie well. But my winner, and Jacob, you actually played the song just not too long ago. It's called Overture by Ennio Morricone from The Hateful Eight.
It's amazing. So amazing.
Man, when I first heard that, I'm like...
was that always your choice, or did you just change it?
No, that was my
today?
choice.
Oh, okay.
Since when we first put this awards thing together.
That's funny. I was just playing it really loud, 5 minutes
Yeah, you were
ago.
playing it, and I tried to play it off
Yeah, you didn't say anything. Now I know why.
Damn. Yeah, but God, I always want to pronounce his name wrong. Ennio Morricone. He said that he would not score
he
another
did
Western.
a lot of classic Westerns, right?
Yeah, his last one was in 1981. He said he wasn't going to do any more. He said he especially wasn't going to do any more after hearing what Quentin Tarantino did for Django Unchained for that Western. Kind of throwing in Rick Ross and all this kind of modern stuff. It didn't fit well with him. But then after he heard the pitch from Quentin Tarantino, he decided, okay, I'm going to score the
And what a great job he did.
And boom. That song has so much mystery to it. It's kind of a horror element because it's these guys are writing into... They don't even know what they're writing into. Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Samuel Jackson. And there's just so much mystery surrounding it. And I just overall think it's a really good score. So that's my pick for best individual score.
Yeah, that's an amazing choice. So I'll get into mine. That is arguably my second runner-up. I have a few that I have to mention. I mean, I was just playing it, the Age of Ultron score, the Avengers score. I really love it. It's different than the original Avengers score, and it's a bit darker, like you said, Jake. It really gets my blood pumping. That's all I can say. The Mad Max, the main theme for Mad Max,
Brothers in Arms.
Is that the one you mentioned?
Yeah.
Incredible. Hateful Eight Overture, phenomenal. It gives me chills. And Inside Out, the main score done by Giacchino, also amazing. That score, it stuck with me all year. It was before I heard what my number one is, it was my number one all year. It was my favorite score. I can't get it out of my head. The dun, 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 dun. It's just, I don't know, it's so catchy. And I know it's a kid's movie, but whatever. But my number one score is from Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and it's The Scavenger. It's what the title of the score. It's the score that plays. It's very early in the film when you first meet Daisy Ridley. As soon as she exits the what is she in?
Star Destroyer.
That's what. Yeah, the Star Destroyer.
Super Star Destroyer.
As soon as she exits that and takes her mask off and drinks the water, it starts slowly come in, and then as she rolls down that hill, it really kicks in. That score is amazing to me. The first time I saw the movie, it was hard to notice the scores because you're trying to focus on the story and everything. But the second time I saw it, I knew right away that I loved this score. It's so catchy. I bought the soundtrack just for that score, and I actually really enjoy most of the soundtrack. So yeah, if you haven't heard any of these scores, please go listen to them. It's an art that's unappreciated, as far as movies go, because a lot of people don't realize that they're there because they're blending in with the movie so well,
Yeah, you can find them on YouTube. You can just search like Star Wars Force Awakens score or Hateful Eight score, and they all pop up.
Yeah, we encourage you all to please go listen. Like, think of your favorite movie and look up its score and see how you like it. It's really an amazing element of film.
Yes, some of the best ones, the most well-made ones, are really its own character in
that's
the movies.
true, and that's how I feel about the Scavenger and Ray's theme. They're kind of very similar. I mean,
yeah.
And we'll make sure to post all the links in the description of the video.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that.
We'll find them on YouTube, and we'll make sure we'll post them the link for you guys.
Remember that, Geo, editor guy. All right, well, that's gonna do it for our best single score of 2015. I had Star Wars: The Force Awakens, The Scavenger. Jake had Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Ray's theme, and Geo had the Hateful Eight Overture. All amazing scores. They all could have been number one on my list, along with my honorable mentions. Thank you all for listening. I'm your host, Jacob Bartley. You can find me on Twitter at Governor Bartley. I want to thank Gio Ramos. Where can they find you online?
You guys can find me on Twitter at GioRamos24 and on Apocaflixmovies.com every day. And shout out to the Lava Song. I know it's not a score, but that was still a good song.
I like that song too. And Jake Berlin, where can they find you online, man?
Twitter, Instagram at Qui-Gon Jake, our Facebook page at Apocaflix Movies. And I did not like the Lava Song.
Hey, we all got different tastes. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like what you're hearing. And please don't forget to check out our other award categories. We got 11 other ones. Go ahead and check them out. There's some interesting stuff going on. And thank you all. We'll see you next time.